What's going on YouTube? I'm Sean, and in today's video, we're gonna try out a recipe that I used to make all the time. And this was inspired by Remington James egg white bites. So without further ado, let's get into it. In Remington James's recipe video, he actually meal prepped the egg white bites. But instead, I'm just gonna cut the recipe in half because I don't really need that much. And I think it's more optimal to eat these whenever they're fresh and hot. Personally, I think it's better that way, but I'll leave it up to you. Now this recipe is an egg white recipe, but if you wanna use whole eggs, feel free to do that. Just make sure that you understand that regular whole eggs do have more calories, so it won't be quite as calorie dense. But if you prefer just regular eggs, in my opinion, it's better off to just eat the regular eggs and enjoy whatever it is you're consuming. But with that said, be sure to keep in mind that you still want to be in a calorie deficit if you're trying to lose weight. So for whatever calories you gain using whole eggs, be sure to account for that throughout the rest of your day. First, we're going to grab our scale and we're going to add 184 grams of egg whites. Then add 18 grams of bacon bites. This is what I personally have, but feel free to use whatever bacon bites you would rather have inside of this recipe. Next, we're gonna add our cheese. I'm using 28 grams of reduced fat Mexican style cheese, but you can choose to use fat-free if you wanna keep the calories a little bit lower, keep your protein up, but that's up to you. I'm using what we personally have inside of our kitchen right now, so that's what I'm sticking with. And finally, we're gonna add some green onion. We're using about 4 grams right here. And we can also add some salt and pepper to kind of spice things up and keep it interesting. Once we have all of our ingredients together, we're just gonna put them in a bowl, mix it up, and we're gonna add it to a muffin tray. Before we add it to our muffin tray, we wanna make sure that our oven is preheated to 425, and then we wanna make sure that that muffin tray is sprayed with a non-stick spray. Personally, I would recommend hitting the inside of the tray as well as the top, because what's gonna happen whenever these start to cook is the egg whites are gonna start to pour over kind of like a muffin, and you're gonna see that they're gonna expand. So we're not gonna fill this up 100%. We're actually gonna fill each tray up about 50% and make sure that we have all of our ingredients mixed into the tray. I recommend using a spoon to add your egg white filling into the muffin tins, because what you're gonna find is if you don't, you're gonna have some egg white bites that are more egg white and some that are less the other things, right? And we wanna make sure that with every bite we have a little bit of bacon, a little bit of the green onion, and all of the flavors combined into each egg white bite. So definitely be sure to use the spoon. And one of my favorite things about this recipe is the fact that it's really easy to make. It's pretty hard to mess up, even for me. It's simple, it's quick, but it also tastes good, which is super rare for a lot of recipes, because most of the time if it's quick and it's good for you, it probably tastes like butt. But in this case, I can promise you that if you enjoy eggs and you enjoy egg white omelets, you're probably gonna love this recipe. We're gonna let that cook for about 10 minutes and come back and check it out. And we'll just stick a fork into the middle of one of our egg white bites, make sure that's completely cooked. And of course, if it's a nice golden brown on top, we know our goal is accomplished. Another thing that I love about this recipe, you're gonna have a lot of volume, but not very many calories. So we're looking at something that's gonna fill us up, full of protein, and it doesn't feel like you're eating rabbit food. For the 6 egg white bites that I've made up, we're looking at 211 calories, 30 from protein, 8 from fat, and 3 from carbs. So our egg white bites are done. You can tell that I didn't perfectly distribute the egg whites because some are like way bigger than the others, but for the most part, they're cooked all the way and they look fine. A little bit crispy on top, but like they're fine. So per tradition, we're gonna have Hannah here taste test our egg white bites. Ready?
Yeah.
Just do it. What do you think?
They're really hot.
It's fresh out the oven. Would you eat them again?
Yeah.
Good.
And I hate eggs.
So I'd say that this was a success.
Yeah.
$1 million question. What would you rate this out of 10?
6.5.
6.5?
Eggs aren't my thing.
I'm gonna give it like an 8.5. Definitely try it out. I personally think that this is one of the best recipes to make. If you don't want to spend a ton of time, spend a ton of labor on this, it's definitely worth a shot. If you made it this far in the video, I appreciate you. Be sure to click the thumbs up button, subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. So if you want me to cook anything in particular or try a recipe out, be sure to drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys want to see, and I'll definitely be sure to cook that up. It'll probably be on a Thursday because most Saturdays I film a lot of the outdoors vlog type videos. So these are a lot easier for me personally on the weekdays, but definitely let me know what you all think. Yeah, so if you made it this far, thank you so much, and I'll see you all in the next one.